All right. Hello and welcome everyone to another Why Would You Use? So today we're going to be discussing the Trumna. The Trumna, I think, is my single favorite weapon so far that I've tested of the new update, and with the primary weapons kind of just being brand new once again. This weapon is a tool of war. It is a tool of murder. It is a tool of massacre. It is a tool of just absolutely no survival. This weapon is just absolutely amazing. And the main thing is, of course, for those of you that are familiar with the Trumna, it's secondary fire. But the main thing here is that its primary fire can now consistently kill things at very high levels in the steel path. So with that, it means that we have a large amount of access to its secondary fire. So with this build, where we're getting, a large amount of extra fire rate from Prime Shred, and then trading a little bit of that fire rate for a good amount of crit chance, putting us at 72% crit chance, and then kind of some of your other basic critical damage stuff, and then the new mods, Galvanized Aptitude and Galvanized Chamber, and pairing that with just viral damage and Hunter Munitions for, very, very powerful slash procs on enemies and just stacking up some viral, and adding with that the base heat damage that the Trumna has, and then for the kick, to put Stabilizer on here, which is not necessary, but this thing does kick like a mule. Putting all this together, you get just a workhorse of a weapon. The extra punch through really helps you deal with just like long hallways of crowds, just absolutely obliterating dudes, and it's just phenomenal. It is so satisfying to use, and it is outrageously good against pretty much every enemy that I've fired this at. I haven't tried it against a very high level Lich or Sister, like any like 4 or 5 level. I haven't done that, but it absolutely obliterates everything else. Its alternate fire will very often one-shot the acolytes on the steel path. Like it will just remove them from the mortal plane. They will have not existed at all. It will unbirth them. They are gone when you fire the alternate fire at them. And it's just savagery. It is just savagery. And then you combine that, of course, for me personally, the personal things that I like about this was just the sound of the damn thing. Just the chunky, meaty, just explosive fire, and you combine that with the very, very good reload sound. Just have the nice little grand ping, very classic, and it is just a weapon that I absolutely love. That also, with the Merciless Arcane, giving it the double overall ammo capacity, so we're holding 1,000 rounds right now at the start of a mission. This thing has no ammo considerations really at all. Even with the increased fire rate, its ammo is totally fine, and you are not going to be running out as long as, of course, you're going to have a companion occasionally, like the Panzer, where it'll respawn every once in a while, and you'll be able to zoop up some ammo and top you back off. This weapon is just gross. Like we have been doing, I do have a 20-minute survival in the Kuva Fortress Steel Path that I'm going to be showing off with the Trumna, so you guys can enjoy that, and we will just show these enemies here. There's a little bit of a ramp up on this weapon because the primary fire is like the less good part of this, but even if we're just talking about the primary fire, like this is totally serviceable, and this is gonna do you very well. And also, like, the magazine size is just so large, especially if you're gonna run this with like the ammo regenerating weapons. Like if you're doing any kind of like business where you have that stacked up on you to just switch it off and have a reload, that stuff's amazing. Also now, of course, we have the secondary fire, so just to quickly show what that feels like, not even fully stacked up. Like we're looking at, oh, those guys absorbed all the slash procs that would normally come from it. 1 second. Look at 1,000,000 damage on that enemy. It's gross. It's absolutely disgusting. You can just obliterate rooms, hallways, it's just everything. Just fire it into it. The multiple explosions, they just kill everything. Nothing survives. Purge the land, burn it all. Just scorched earth policy. Fire the Trumna into it, and it's just over. This weapon is just phenomenal. Just absolutely. Just great. Just hard great. It is one of the few weapons that I have found so far that is similar to the Kuvazar, actually. This is actually kind of a reverse Kuvazar, where instead of getting the barrage shotgun fire, we just have an explosive rounds heavy machine gun. And yeah, much larger, much higher damage explosive round that you only get to use so often. But with enough fodder enemies, you're honestly firing it kind of constantly and all the time, and it just feels great. Yeah, can't sing the praises of the Trumna enough. Enjoy the the Steel Path Google Fortress stuff because I mean, it was hugely enjoyable for me. I love deleting the acolytes and stuff and just making them have a bad day. And yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Go build the Trumna because it is an experience.
Scans show when you are harvesting from the reservoir. Select the alarms to draw them out, then steal their creeper catalysts. Predictable. As expected, the have shut down environmental systems, sending modified